But sometimes that little imposter syndrome voice gets in my head, and so here are a few things that I do to reassure myself that I'm doing a good job with the bands that I work with. And these are things that you should probably look out for if you're looking for a producer, you're looking for someone to work with on your music. First one is, do they love your music and can they see your vision? A producer has to fully immerse themselves into the project, into the vision of the project, and if they don't love the music, that's so much harder for them to do. And they have to be your number one fan. And the second point that I have, somewhat controversially, is to be your number one fan, they also from time to time might have to be your harshest critic. And if they are to be fully immersed in that project and truly help you realize that vision and make it the best it can be, sometimes they may have to offer constructive criticism. So to put myself in that situation, which leads me on to my next point, is they have to be really, really, really good at communicating with you. I can't offer criticism in a way that makes an artist feel bad about themselves, or it makes them feel bad about their art, or it makes them feel bad about their process. I need to fully make sure that I'm kind and supportive and do it in a way that makes the artist feel better about themselves and make sure that that kind of benefits the project. And that communication has to start really, really early on in the project, which is the next thing that you should look out for. You have to try and find someone who wants to start the conversation with you before you're in the studio together, and at the very, very least that could be a phone call or a Zoom call, but ideally it needs to be a chat over a coffee, or it needs to be a visit to the studio to listen to some music or listen to some demos and talk about what they actually want from the process. There's enough to be getting on with on a recording day in the studio, and meeting someone for the first time probably shouldn't be one of those things. And there's plenty more things that you should be looking for in a producer, and if you can think of any or you want me to talk about any more, just leave a comment or drop me a message. Always here for big chats.